I feel so part of the journey because I remember a time when I met the legendary Ruth Gullit in Sandton having lunch because the Carling a Black Label Cup, then there's the big man at Orlando Pirates used to call it the Carling a Black Label Cup, was a beautiful thing that introduced a champion coach. Today at the launch, we heard even more about this. So I'm really excited for a journey that I've been with for so long to share it with you and involve you and bring you back to some of the things that you love. Welcome to it. I'm Anthony Ngube. This is the Soccer Zone. I'm going to mahamba yedwa. Ngoba nangu Togi. Ngale. Togi?
Etha?
Kwenzakalani wangena amanzi endlini ukhona?
Manzi kuphi? Kunesame engaka?
Amanzi akuhele endlini.
Hayi, isame engaka hayi. I mean amanzi? Hayi man.
I mean, I think of Kaizer Chiefs.
Phazamiswa nje 1 or 2 games nje senithi ukungena amanzi endlini. Hayi man, hayi nebaqa.
Usho kanje?
No, ngisho kanje. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but sokhuluma ngayo.
Well, I can't wait to get into that with Dr. Khumalo, all that's happening out at Nestor. And there's many stories as well. The transfer deadline, Mark, what's been exciting for you so far in the past couple of days as we're seeing the transfer market, as we're seeing its effect on what we're seeing on the field as well?
No, I'm very excited that continental football has returned, and so looking forward to exactly how our teams progress on the continent. Obviously, we saw the big two, Chiefs and Pirates, contrasting fortunes this weekend, but definitely great to see them on the continental stage.
Those games were both live here on the SABC Sport. Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, those contrasting fortunes, what we're going to be showing you. Sibena futhi ke sikuphathele nabantu ababalekile abakuphathele indaba zinjalo mazolaba for the Super Journey uzobe kuphathele ezisematheni ezishisayo kanti ke no ref ukhona uzobe usiphathele nona manje
reperle ma uThabang Matulud uscore a goal from Polokwane City. Was it offside or not against Chipa? Tama like a soccer zone. We'll tell you more about it when we draw the line. Nyabuy.
Also, another big happening today. We're going to be crossing through to Uvusiwe Ngobo because the under-20s are having their send-off dinner. The African champions are on their way to the World Cup, and we're going to be catching in on them and seeing what it is. I saw the ministers there, Minister Gaten McKenzie. I saw Danny Jordan is there, the captain is there, and of course the coach as well. We'll see who we catch up with there a little bit later on. Masese again, Oman Ngobo. Hey! Unse hi! O nyakobolela bolo. Erokufislo sobolela man. Ashi. What are your thoughts on the backroom reshuffle at Kaizer Chiefs? And we say it's a reshuffle because the coach might be gone, but the two co-coaches remain. It's resulted in Nazruddin Nabi vacating his role as head coach. Mazola, what do you have in the news?
Andile, in exactly 2 hours, 56 minutes and 31 seconds. The time will keep rolling as we count down to the transfer deadline. A lot of things happening, a lot of movement. And as I speak to you right now at home, Mamelodi Sundowns confirming that midfielder Nuno Santos has arrived from Europe to join the Brazilians. Of course, they are trying to make adjustments and replace Luca Ribeiro, who's, according to sources, gone AWOL, but he's turned out in Spain in the 2nd division. But let me bring you your attention to this first big story around Orlando Pirates, who were trying over the weekend to push to sign Andre de Jong of Stellies FC. But I did reach out to CEO Rob Bernardi, who says no chance that this deal is happening with such limited time to find a replacement. And I want to get the opinion of a man who knows all too well about moving from one club to another.
8 teams later.
Come now, 8 teams. Let's be serious. Now, I think this is very interesting, but when you say Rob Bernardi, like, basically shut the deal down, I think it's because it's a last-minute thing. I know Stellies, we heard a couple of years ago with Icky Reyners when he wanted, Pizzo wanted him overseas. They didn't have a replacement for him, so they couldn't do it. So with De Jong, I think they haven't planned for it. They don't want to lose him if they haven't planned for his going. We saw when Reyners left, Mojela came in. When Jaden Adams left, Kiba came in. When Nduli left now, Mtiani came in. So they always want to have a ready replacement. So I don't think they'll do it in a hurry if they don't absolutely have to.
Yeah, well, we'll be watching that closely and a few other transfer movements that are going to happen. Let's stick with the Orlando Pirates now, who have agreed a deal with Sekhukhune United for Tshepo Mashilwane. I can tell you this for a fact. Sekhukhune United were the ones who actually made inquiry for Tsepo Mashila, who fested Baroka FC following his stellar season in the lower division. But the mighty Buccaneers beat them to his signature. But following a tepid start from the former right back of Baroka, not getting a lot of game time, they've now decided to agree to a loan deal to make sure that he improves and gets better to impress coach Absalam Wadu. Let's now look at other movements concerning Siwelele FC. This is a team that's in dire straits. I mean, the chairman is talking about cutting costs and not driving, or in fact, not flying more than 600 kilometers to get to their destination, and making changes. The CEO out, the assistant coach out as well. Willem Jackson coming in. I'll tell you who's also in. Keegan Johannes on loan from Mamelodi Sundowns, and Zakele Lepasa, a wanted man all around Durban City, Sekhukhune United, and he's finally now landed over at Siwelele FC for the remainder of the season. A free agent, by the way. He was not affected by the deadline day. He could have joined at any moment. That's the latest in South Africa. Let's switch focus a little bit, and I'm going to bring in Dr. Khumalo here. Raja Casablanca confirming that Darian Wilkin, as well as Fadlu Davids, saying their goodbyes to Simba SC in Tanzania and rejoining a club where they had much success with Joseph Zenbawa winning league and cup double, but leaving because they were not paid. I wonder if this time around, if they'll get Machankura. Doc, a good move for Fadlu Davids?
Yeah, I think it's a good move because he has been there before, and he has done well with Simba in Tanzania, runners-up for the Premier League in Tanzania, and also CAF Confederations Cup. But then the problem is that he brought in two South African players from Mamelodi Sundowns, Deruk and Moyema. Are they going to be in the safe hands? But now talking about him going back to Raja, I think it's good for the player, for the coaches to grow. You know, the more they get more challenge, the more we receive positive coaching staff here in South Africa. So I think it's a good move.
A good move, coaching positives, Dr. Khumalo, the legend says. But he won't be happy about this next story. I did catch up with Brendan Peterson, goalkeeper at Kaizer Chiefs, during the Carling knockout launch earlier today. And I asked him how the pending, imminent exit of coach Nazreddin Nabi has affected the team on the back of two successive defeats in South Africa here in the Betway Premiership, as well as in the CAF Confederation Cup over the weekend. Here's Brendan Peterson.
I don't think it had anything to do with the result. I think the important thing for us to remember is in football, coaches come and they go. Some coaches, they stay for 2 days, some they stay for 10 years. So I think for us as players, I think the important thing is to remember that we have a job at hand. You know, we can't dwell too much of what's happening around us and all of that. Yes, it might have impact on the team, but I think with us, you know, the experience we have in the team, it's for us is important to realize that we have games coming thick and fast. So for us is to focus ourselves on that, you know, and what we have to do regarding that. We have a technical team, we have people leading us that's been there. So it's for me, it's important for us to stay focused and focus on what we have to focus on.
To try and focus in the middle of a storm is what they've got to now try and do, because Coach Nabi, not yet fired by Kaizer Chiefs, no formal word from the team has come out yet, but we do know that this is done. You look at the matches he's played, 35 of them. You look at his win rate, just under 40%. He has won the Nedbank Cup, saving Chiefs from a drought of 10 years and 1 day. I have to come to you, legend. Nabi gone from Chiefs.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
Gone.
He's gone from Kaizer Chiefs. I can tell you that with all certainty and surety.
Is it?
Yes.
No, unfortunately, you know, I'm too far-fetched from talking about him gone and whatsoever, because, I mean, what he did there and what is happening now, they know better than us sitting here. And I don't want to be sending out a false alarming out there. But then if he's gone, then that's the nature of the game, you know, because sometimes we sign you and then we let go at the end of the contract or whatever. But
it's not the end of the contract.
I know. Looking at how the situation is at the moment, it is difficult for one to say much about the situation, because neither of the camps are coming out with the truth in terms of what might have transpired. So neither of the camp has come out to say this is the problem.
Can I tell you what's happened?
It's a hearsay, probably. That I guarantee you. That I guarantee you. Because, like that, so you need to get stories right, but give me a day. I'll come back with the facts.
I gotta leave it at that.
You're my hearsay.
I gotta leave it at that. Kogi doesn't want my hearsay, but I can tell you now, it's solid as a Bible. You can bank on it.